Dean, with the regular season over, have you had a chance to look back and reflect on the sort of campaign you've put together ahead of the finals?
Yeah, I think week by week you continue to build information about how you're going as a club and a team, and in reflection of the season, I spent some time, just looking at everybody's end of year stats and see where we ranked in all kind of different categories and who were leaders in different areas, and obviously the goal was to be a top 2 in defence and to see us have the #1 defensive rating was outstanding, and I thought we saw great improvements in the offence. We started the year with winning games with our defence, and then I think as the year went along there were some games that we won with our offence. Yeah, Joe being out for pre-season and also out for that first 6 games, and yeah, there was some, what do we do with that spot? And Rob Lowe was someone that we had to nail, had to get that recruitment done right, and I thought the complement of Ariel and Rob Lowe in the way that they played different fives was a real challenge for other teams. Your stretch 5 passer, you got a roll threat, Ariel, lob, power, sprint, and it was just a great combination that worked out together. And Rob was outstanding with Ariel as well, and trying to help him grow into that starting role. And so, I think when I look back at that and I say, for us to start so well with such a big piece of our puzzle on the sidelines, great credit to those Ariel and Rob to start with.
When you look at the season, we had a few pretty spectacular moments at home. The comeback against Sydney comes to mind, the open air game going to overtime comes to mind. What are the moments that really stick out from our games at home in front of the fans?
The game we had IC, Delhi out, and Campbell Bloggs in rotation, and an amazing moment, for him to come in there and have 7 points and, be a great contributor in a big game. Flynn Cameron, some injuries and people out, and closes out the whole 4th quarter against Perth. The comeback win, against Sydney was amazing. And again, there was a lot of people out in that game. It was probably a game that you say that we shouldn't have won, but the character of the group got up. CG through the middle of the season when all those things were going on, and seeing him attempt somewhere between 10 and 15 threes a game and just taking on a much greater load, played that, what ended up him being the 2nd best player in the league voted. Just some amazing individual performances, but collectively we were never too worried about people being out. There was always the belief in the group that others would step up.
Talk me through the 7-game road stretch, which had its challenges and had its ups and downs. What was that like when you were on the road, and how proud of you of how the group responded?
Yeah, you never want to get into that stretch and get to a point where you're losing multiple games in a row. And so I thought the victory over New Zealand was amazing. To have we have both Joe and Shay out for that one, and Delhi was huge in that game. CG came through with some massive shots as well. Luke Travers, really stepped up, and so I thought that was a huge win. In the course of that, that's the game I think to say, oof, if we win this one, it's going to be a really good win. And over the course of those 7 games, we were up and down with our momentum, but the ability to bounce back was the proudest moment of that month on the road.
And what did it mean at the end of the season to come back for 3 games at home, get 3 wins in front of the fans, and just continue to build that excitement as you head into the finals?
Yeah, initially it was just relief to not be on the road and to be playing at home and live a bit of a normal kind of life on the weekends with family. And but then get back to our fans, and it was to see them embrace that, to say, hey, you guys just slugged it out for a month on the road, and we're here for you. We're gonna sell out these 3 games. We admire what you've done, and now we want to be a part of it to help you secure that top spot. And that was a massive part of us locking down that top spot, was our crowd and the wins at home to finish.